Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. And I'm going to send a serious message out to you guys now, right? Call it a warning if you will. So if I've put a warning to all players in the thumbnail, it's because it is a bit of a warning, you know? So in my last video I spoke about Goken. Goken is obviously going to be a new unit that is coming to the game via the special summoning system, right? And over the course of the last, I want to say, month, I've really pushed hard to you guys that we've also got a big collab on the way, which you obviously know about. It's going to be the Turtles, right? And I said to you guys, you should save, right? Now, I made a throwaway comment in my last video, and I think some people have got the wrong idea, where I says, oh my god, this guy's going to be busted, and I really wanted to summon for the Turtles too. Now, that probably made people think that I'm going to start going in hard to try and get a copy of Goken. I'm not going to summon for him at all, right? And the reason that I'm going to do that, and this is why I want to put this warning or reminder out to you guys, is it has been touted. Right, I don't want to say it's been guaranteed, right, but it's been touted that come the Turtles and onwards, there will be some form of pity implemented into these banners, right? So, Goken is going to work the same way as these two guys. He is going to be a permanent unit that is going to sit in this banner, right? So, I feel like it's important to remember that you should, if you are a free-to-play player, in some regards if you're a spender, you should probably wait to summon for Goken, right? Now, I know he's going to come out, he's going to be busted, and you're going to want to summon for him, right? 100% understand that. Any of you who this isn't their first gacha will understand trends, and they will understand how banner systems and summonings work before something hype comes along. What games do is they will drop a desirable unit, someone who's potentially busted, you'll use all your currency, and then come the next big thing, the collab, you won't have any currency left, those units will be even more busted and you will feel the urge to go and spend, right? Now, that is not the only reason I'm telling you guys that I feel like you should save, and this is without even knowing exactly what they're going to do to Goken's kit, right? Because Goken, even as he is a fantastic unit, right? To be honest, they could probably get away with not even buffing him and he would still be top tier, right? Because he's got like revival for himself, revival for his team, damage, I don't mean quite nullification, but it's super hard to kill the guy to begin with, right? So you're going to want him, right? It's going to be a desire thing that you want to get him, right? But just think now, right? Put yourself into this headspace. I want you to do this, right? I want you to imagine you've saved up this amount of tickets or more, because some of you will have saved up more, and you go in to Goken's banner when it drops in 2 days time, and you spend every single one of them, and you get 4 copies, 5 copies, maybe even 6 copies, right? Imagine you do that. So imagine how you're going to feel if you've spent 300 tickets, right? Fast forward 2 weeks ahead, the Turtles come out and pity is introduced to the banners, and you know that at that point, if you had spent those tickets that you were sitting on when that pity had dropped, you would have more copies of Goken right now. How is that going to make you feel? It's going to make you feel shitty, isn't it? So my advice to you is take a wait and see approach, right? Now, this isn't me saying save, right? Because ultimately you could save for the next big thing, the next big thing, the next big thing, and by the time end of service hits, you've never summoned and you're sitting on all this currency. I'm not suggesting to do that. I'm literally talking about something that is probably going to come along in the next 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks max, and then we'll know if they actually do introduce a pity system, what that pity system is, and at the same time you've waited, so you'll have a chance to see what these collab units are like, and you might at that point go, you know what, I would rather summon for them, or you might look at them and go, you know what, nah, I'm going to go for Goken. But at that point, if they have added pity, hopefully to all units and not just units from the Turtles onwards, then you can jump into the banner and you can pick yourself up more copies of that unit potentially, because every 60 tickets If they put in 6 pity, which is what I would hope for, you could potentially be picking up a copy of that unit. Whereas if you summon come Wednesday, you could go 200 tickets, get 1 copy. Is it worth the risk when you can literally just wait a couple of weeks? A couple of weeks, that's it. How much is your game going to be affected by just taking a wait and see approach for that very short period of time? You could get better units with these collabs when they come, or you could jump in and get yourself that unit who's dropping on Wednesday, Gokin, with pity on his banner. It's going to be hard, right? It is going to be hard. I am not going to summon, right? You guys can watch. There is my tickets right now, 262. So I'll purchase another 2 tomorrow. And I'll get 20 from the login thing, so that'll put me up to 284. 285 because you get 3 a day, not 2. Then I'll have the event. So you just keep an eye on my ticket counter and hold me accountable, and you'll see that I am practicing what I preach. I'm not going to do it, no matter how busted he is, no matter if I put a video out after using him in trial and saying he's mega busted, because you know what? Me not summoning for him isn't going to change the fact that he probably is going to be mega busted, right? Because that is what they do. That is what a lot of gachas do. They release something really hype just before something even more hype. But with this game in particular, their strategy is take the unit, crank everything up to 11, roll it out, hope people wail quite a lot for them. And this is the second unit that's got a revival mechanic. However, his revival mechanic is obviously a lot more beneficial because it's not just reviving himself, it's doing it for his team as well. So you are going to see this unit, and you are going to see whales who have gone hard to get this unit straight away, using them in PvP and stuff. And you know what? For a week or 2, maybe even 3 weeks, you might struggle. You might not win the global showdown that you normally win because someone in your battle zone has picked up a copy of Gokin, right? But do you know what? It's like the old Thanos meme. What did it cost? Everything, right? Whereas if you wait 3 weeks and pity's introduced and they do retroactively add it to other banners and not just the new collab banner and then banners moving forward, you will probably walk away with a better result than if you had just gone on his launch window, right? Now again, it's not guaranteed that you will, because pity obviously doesn't guarantee anything other than you will not go further than this point. But at the same time, the odds are more in your favour with pity than without pity. So if it's just a matter of waiting a couple of weeks, guys, heed this warning, save your currency, and you have a strong possibility of picking up that unit cheaper than you would summon him on his launch window. It's going to be hard, it's going to be tough, you're going to have that FOMO, but the unit's permanent. He's not going anywhere, he's going to be here the whole time. You're always going to be able to get him. Just wait it out. It's honestly the best thing you can do. It doesn't matter if you're a top level spender or someone who's a casual spender or someone who's been saving their tickets for a long time. It doesn't matter, because all that will happen is between now and pity launching, you are going to have more tickets. And if you do decide that, you know what, I've weighed it up, I've looked at these units, I don't want these stinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I want Gokin. If you've waited and we don't get pity, all you've lost is a couple of weeks. If you've waited and we do get pity, then all you've done is buy yourself more of a guarantee that you are going to pick the unit up for far less, most likely, than what you would summoning him in his launch window. So heed this advice, don't heed this advice, it's entirely up to you guys. I just wanted to give you some food for thought to get you to remember that no matter how busted the unit may well be, all you're losing is a couple of weeks if you just wait to see if pity is introduced to the banner systems and how it works. Simple as that. Again, take the advice, don't take the advice. I'm no your dad. Translation, I'm not your father, right? But the advice I'm giving you is sound, so it's up to you what you do with it. I've been Hayzink, thank you very much, and on the next one I shall catch you. Peace.